Do you want to hand me that stuff and I'll put it off to the side?
Yes, doctor.
Scalpel.
Yeah, scalpel. Here's a filter. We're going to put a filter into this.
Clamp, stat.
Clamp.
Thank you. We are going to be installing this air filter on the carburetor, which is under all this stuff that you don't need. And this is a pretty crappy filter that comes stock.
That's the stock filter.
This is a Harbor Freight Predator engine. It's 301 cc's, which I'm thinking might be a little bit small for this large of a vehicle, but we'll find that out.
And you'll be swapping in what filter's that?
This one?
The new one, yeah.
It is a cheapo eBay Chinese special.
Oh, good.
And it was $13, I believe.
And with the new tariffs, it'll be 10% extra. Buy American, right? Twice the cost.
I don't know if any are made in America anymore.
That's the problems, right?
Even American brands, I don't believe, make them in America.
That'll be an interesting, like Ford parts and GMC parts.
Yeah.
Not out of China.
Right.
Aren't American-made things going to just be more expensive now? I don't know.
I would believe so.
Hey, let's get political.
Actually, let's not. There's enough of that. I can't get in there with this. I think.
Too thick of walls on the.
Yeah.
On the socket.
This is a thin hole. I think I need to find a different implement.
Okay.
To get that out.
All right.
So. It's small enough that. Yeah, the straight is small enough it'll fit in that fillet. I believe we can get it out now. There we go. I'm going to use a straight on this Phillips because it's around me. It's easy to grab and it's small enough to fit. If you're going to use an impact on things like this, you have to do it very gently because you can ruin things fast if you're not gentle.
Yeah, so the impact doesn't have like a torque limiter or
not this one.
Okay, so yeah,
this is one of my favorite tools. It works wonderfully. DeWalt.
Yeah, and that just impacts. It just gets things off that are tight.
Yeah, it hits like a hammer.
Oh yeah,
until it breaks
got it. Good for like lug nuts and stuff. I guess.
It can work things off that are stuck.
But not good for delicate electronics and.
Right.
Taking that air hose off.
There we go.
Okay. How'd you get that last piece off right there?
I pinched this.
Okay, so that's
and slid it off. It's a little compression clamp.
Pinch and slide. I know that technique.
It works sometimes, and other times gets you in trouble.
I learned that in health class.
Okay, now I have this a little bit rigged up because...
Unorthodox.
Because I took the governor off.
Okay.
And when I did that, I changed the dynamics. In fact, it doesn't look like I need this spring, which was part of the governor system. I just double dutied it down here because I have this link, which I'm hoping that works. Might need a little bit of a bend in it. I might have to revisit that idea, but this is the throttle. When I loosen this up, it's on a spring assembly, so it returns back to idle. So I loosened that, and now it returns. Now is that, oh. The problem with this is idle is here. Full throttle is here. So I'm going to have to change it so it returns that away. I'm going to move this spring from here to this hole and perhaps that hole, or the supplied bracket that comes with the air cleaner.
Okay.
Because I need it to return to this position, which is idle, instead of full throttle. Because I've changed this whole assembly when I removed the governor.
Got it. Governor.
The governor limits the RPMs, rotations per minute.
Oh, got it.
Now, and when doing that, though,
okay,
when you take the governor off, one thing you should do is put heavier valve springs in, because your valves will actually float at a high RPM, and then your lifters no longer work. So you're no longer getting gas and exhaust at different times. It starts happening all at once. So I'm going to grab...
And I'll do my rotations per minute joke. That's what we see in the Trump administration, is rotations in positions per minute.
Right. So this will go on here. So I'm going to need to pull these nuts down here.
Oh, me
Now,
too.
Let me see. Okay, all right. That does clear, so I can put this bracket, I believe, like this. There we go. You know. Wow. That doesn't want to thread in very nice. Thanks, China. So, we're going to keep that gasket there. We're going to put this on. We're going to leave that bracket up. I am not sure that's where it's going to go.
Okay.
But for now, that's where I'm putting it. The two nuts that we took off the original air cleaner, we're going to reuse. They're 10 millimeter. Okay, that's tight because it's not a deep enough socket. I will have to find a deeper one. Which this may be 10 millimeter. Yeah, but that doesn't, too thick of walls.
Too thick of walls, man.
Okay, now we have our intake on there, our aluminum intake.
Aluminium.
You can see inside the choke. We will put our filter on as such and tighten it up with our little screwdriver. I prefer a bigger one, but hey. I may snorkel this later, in which case I'll put a pipe on here and bring it to the top of the vehicle. I don't know that I'll be doing water crossings, but just in case. You never know when you're going to fall into a deep mud hole.
Hey, and climate change is on its way.
I am going to have to do some thinking about this. Oh. Put a spring from there to there, I imagine. But I'm going to have to work this out so that when the throttle is pulled this way, pardon me, this way, this piece opens that way.
Okay.
That will take some
Almost like some inverted mechanical device.
That will take some thinking. It'll probably take...
So right now it opens one way, but you want it to open the opposite way.
Right.
And that's this valve, this baffle right here, right? Somewhere?
In here. And
Okay.
it opens a valve inside the carburetor.
And you just want it to go the opposite way.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Because we want it to stay closed. So for now, I will tighten this back up in case I run the engine. There. Now I can still open and close the throttle, but it will stay.
Shebang.
Now we have...
Obnoxious. Oh, look, a backup camera. Hi.
That's right. I don't know if I will run that or not, but I might.
It's cool.
In fact, I'll probably run cameras all over this vehicle so I can film
Of course.
myself crash. Now, I have to remember, though, this sticker here.
Remember the sticker.
Run points that way, start this way. And fuel off and on, but it's labeled on top there. So, when I start it, I put it right there. When it's running, I put it there.
And that is also stamped right on that.
That's the
thing.
gasoline petcock.
Ooh, I
Right
need a
there.
pep talk, not a pep cock.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Wait
that-
1 second.
Oh. Why is it saying slow is that way and fast is that way? That's just for this. Fast is right there, but not for that. Okay. Gee willikers, beaver. All this stuff I could throw. Oh, let me save this. Because that will help me to work this out. I'll probably have to put something coming off here to a plate with a lever on it.
Oh, okay.
So it pushes that and pulls that, you know?
And so right here,
So I'll
right
have
there,
to-
we're going to put to be continued.
You betcha.
You bet your bottom dollar.
Where did I just put that air cleaner? Oh. Gee, I'm out of control.
Yeah, and so by putting things together, such as sticking a screw in a hole where it belongs, why
Yeah.
not just stick it in instead of having a bucket that says this screw belongs in the hole? Just stick it in the hole.
If you're like me and you do a ton of projects, eventually you have stuff everywhere and you can't always remember exactly where it went.
And your marble's short and screws loose.
That's right. Okay, that screws in there. Where did I get this from?
And you're 2 slices short of a pastrami sandwich.
So, I cannot recall where I took this out of because the screw I loosened in here still has a screw in it. This is really odd. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
You're 2 grains short of a 7-grain
Omelet.
7-grain loaf of bread. Dave's Killer Bread.
Aha! It goes right here.
Okay.
Let me put that back in there. Oh, and I see another piece I want to keep with it. I could sell this on eBay for 17 cents. That's where all the stuff from China comes from.
That's where you go to buy stuff that you can't find on Amazon.
That's where they have shipping that costs nothing, but then it comes from China. But if you want to send a package across the street, it's going to cost you $17.
Yep.
How does that work? So if I send it to China and have it shipped across the street from where I'm presently
Good
at,
idea.
it would be free.
Anytime you want to ship something, you need to route it through China.
Yep, might take a month or two. Oh. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I should bolt it down. That thing's all over the place.